Forgiveness is realizing that there is nothing to forgive. Now, how did I come to that realization? It started for me as a child because I had a very abusive mother. And so I had a lot of anger that I stuffed down, and I had a lot of fear. I was actually terrified of her, and I had a lot of pain in my heart. And when I grew up and was able to get away from home and have my own life, I focused on healing myself because I knew that I didn't want to live in that kind of straitjacket of constricting emotions. And as I healed myself, using a lot of the meditations that I now teach, I started to become more aware and more conscious. And I started to realize that my mother was very unconscious in her behavior, that actually she was doing the best she could, the best she knew how. And that was a big realization to me. And what I saw was that because I had become a lot more aware, because I had not wanted to be like her, I didn't want to treat my son the way she had treated me. So I became more aware and more conscious, and I freed myself from these limiting beliefs that were ruling my mother in her unconsciousness. And so what happened was I was able to see her in a different light. I was able to see her as a person trapped by negative conditionings and trapped by her own pain and fear. And that's all she knew, how to behave. So what became for me was I saw it was my responsibility, because I had more awareness, that I had a choice. And I could continue to feel angry and resentful because of what she did to me as a child, or I could choose to focus on loving myself instead. Like, instead of putting the energy into hating my mother, to put the energy into loving myself and becoming more aware and enjoying my life and my son and my family and my creativity. So that was kind of a pivotal decision for me when I saw that. And then in terms of my relationship with my mother, I was able to move into compassion. Now, that doesn't mean that I condone the way she behaved, because she behaved like this her whole life until the day she died. So my compassion didn't mean that I continued to let her to dump on me excuse me, and give me a hard time. But it meant that I did have an understanding and I was able to forgive her for what she had done, because I realized she didn't know any better. So that's what I've learned about forgiveness.